Hi crafty friends! In this video I would like to show you another index card from my index card a day challenge on Instagram. The first thing I did, I fuzzy cut this whale out of a scrapbooking page because this leftover paint that you can see on the card in the middle, this black and white, looked a little bit for me like a whale. So I decided intuitively to go with this beach theme and this something like an underwater theme for this index card. The first thing I did was I made some scraps from a scrapbooking paper, as you can see, with this shells and this little maritime elements. Then I took a washi tape only to get some more interest to the background, to get some more patterns, something like a broken frame or something like that. Made with this pieces of this pens that are printed to the washi tape. And then I wanted to have a really light first background. For that, I took this plastic doily, scribbled over it with an art crayon, so that's a water-soluble crayon. And I added some more water with a used baby wipe and went over the plastic doily with the same used baby wipe. As you can see, there's some green leftover paint on this baby wipe, and I brought this in the same step to the background as well. And then I took a stencil and I went over the stencil with my gelatos in white and different blue tones. And then I went over this whole stencil with my baby wipe, but it is a dry baby wipe, I have to say. So with a with a wet baby wipe, that would not work because you will lift up the whole, nearly the whole pigments of the gelatos with a wet baby wipe. So if you want to do that, use a dry fabric or a dry baby wipe for this technique. I also went over this abstract whale that I saw in this acrylic paint left over in the middle to let him come out a little bit out of this water. So it's not such visible, but yeah, I wanted to have this whole shape of the whale on my card in the end. So I did this not such extreme. Then I went in with my white crayon again, and I tried to get the spaces in between of the patterns a little bit more smooth, a little bit more like a wave or something like that. And I also went around the whole card with the crayons in the colors of the card, so the colors that I've used before. And I smeared this frame with my finger a little bit so that I can get a visible frame, but also smoothen my pattern a little bit so that this whole thing pattern is not standing out so much, but it gets one with this frame. And the good thing about this gelatos or the other crayons that are available is that you can smear them around with your finger, or you can use a little bit of water to bring them around. And that's a really great thing because you have nearly endless possibilities with them. In the next step, I wanted to have a little bit more white, a little bit more of this water bubble underwater feeling, you know what I mean? And I wanted to add another dimension of structure to my card. So when you do this in several steps, it seems to be something like more dimensional. I don't know why. Of course, you could do this in one step, but when you let this patterns overlap a little bit, then it gets a totally new dimension. And that's the interesting stuff for me. So this little thing here I got in a Happy Mail the other day, and I thought that would fit really nice to this background and this whole thing. So with this old handwriting on it, and yeah, that was really cool for me. So the little whale. So I struggled around really long where to put this whale, because yeah, the focal point of this card, of course, is in the middle, this black whale, for me, because that was the first thing I saw on this card. That was the reason why I decided to go with this theme for the card. And now I had this additional whale and I didn't know where to put him to don't destroy my whale in the middle. So I thought, okay, the whale right on the right side with this little string under it and this little yeah, fuzzy cut arrow on the right side, on the left side, sorry, and the whale that was originally there in the middle, that could work. And I think yeah, that was the best way to do it, even if the focal point perhaps is not the same for every person who is looking at this card. I went with this string under the whale because I wanted it to have it, yeah, something like a bit dimensional as well. And then I found these earrings, and I wanted to attach them there with this little bulb pin. I made a little hole in this into the card, so through this little fuzzy cut element, and then I attached the bulb pin and I removed this part of the earring where it goes through the ear, and then attached these little pearls to the bulb pin. So that's it. That's my finished card. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this process. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of those art videos. I would be really happy to have you as a subscriber here on my channel, and hopefully we will see you the next time. Until then, I wish you a really happy crafty time, and I say bye bye.